Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Bianca and I'm teaching you how to have a happy period, a pain-free period, a breakout-free period, a less heavy period. I'm just here to help you have a happy period. And today I'm coming to you fresh-faced. I have not on a stitch of makeup because I want to talk today about blood sugar. I've talked about it before, but I'm talking about it more in depth today because when you're thinking about having a happy period, a pain-free period, reducing like your mood swings and your breakouts around your period, blood sugar is going to change your life. And so I love cycle syncing. If you're new to cycle syncing, you gotta go check out my video, Cycle Syncing 101, where I tell you exactly how to sync your diet to your cycle in order to help you have a happy period. But something that was like just a tiny missing piece for me was shifting into blood sugar balance in addition to cycle syncing. So combining the two things. And that was when, I'm not even kidding you, my period comes and it's like, oh, you're here? Because I don't have any of the symptoms of PMS. My skin doesn't break out. Well, no breakouts, nothing. My skin doesn't break out. It's just like consistent and my mood is consistent. And I used to think that PMS and sort of like the moody peaks and valleys are just like a part of, being a cyclical woman. But I'm here to tell you that it's not. And so blood sugar balance is making sure that when we eat something that we don't get glucose and insulin spikes, which can affect all kinds of hormones, because insulin, which is affected by our sugar and glucose intake, is a hormone. And when that is in resistance or off balance, then all of our other hormones spiral into unbalance as well. Because if one hormone isn't doing well, all your other hormones are going to struggle as well. Our body is a holistic being. And so if one system is struggling, it's likely that another system is struggling as a result of it as well. And so if your blood sugar is not under control, then you are going to struggle to maintain sex hormone homeostasis. So that means, again, cramps, heavy periods, headaches before your period, breaking out before your period, spotting before your period, all of that is influenced by what we eat, but not just what we eat, which is like cycle syncing, but how we eat, which is blood sugar management. And so one of the things that has been so powerful for me is to eat a salad first. This is good for so many reasons because it's just like more salad intake, more green intake, more vegetables. But also what happens when you eat salad and you eat something that's high fiber is that it works to help keep our blood sugar balanced when we eat anything else after we eat it. And this is like the biggest shift that you can make that can make the most impactful change right away, like on your next meal. So I say this to everyone, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, start the damn thing with a salad because that is going to help moderate how your sugars spike. Now, something that's also really important too is making sure that you understand your cues. And so when your blood sugar is starting to find itself in a little bit of trouble, like it's either too high or it's dipping, then it will give you signals. And those are your signals and those are your cues to eat something. And so if you get a headache, in between meals, if you get hangry, if you eat and then you're hungry again in an hour, it means that something is going on with your blood sugar because that's not something that's supposed to happen. When you eat, your body is supposed to be able to use what you eat to regulate your energy and all your body functions. But when you eat something and your body functions are out of whack, it's either because you have an aversion or an allergy to that, or because your blood sugar is like, doing something that it doesn't want to be doing. And so you need to understand the cues. If you're super thirsty, it's probably your blood sugar, you're probably hungry. And this I found really interesting when I started researching the cues was that when people are diabetic and they're starting to, figure out that they might be diabetic, excessive thirst is one of the cues. And so that also happens when your blood sugar is all out of whack. You get thirsty or super tired after meals. We all know that uncle or auntie that has to sleep after Christmas dinner. It's because their blood sugar was up and then it's like, it's up and it's up, then it's stuck. No, then it goes down. And so being mindful of those signals helps you to get in front of it and also recognize that like, oh, maybe I ate that and it wasn't so hot for my blood sugar. So first and best tip, eat the salad first. I mean, you see that in restaurants. Salad is always first. It's probably because back in the day they knew. But I mean, sometimes the bread comes before the salad. Don't eat the bread first. Always start your meals with a salad. The next thing, and this is also just like something that I found really powerful for me, is like sleep is really important, because if you wake up tired, you are going to be reaching for things that are like simple carbs, because your brain is saying like, I need energy, I need it quick, I'm tired, and so you're gonna be craving those things. But if you are a person that arouses in the night, you always wake up to pee, you don't have sound sleeps, it could be something else and you should get that checked, but also could be your blood sugar. And so one thing that I do, because that was me, I used to just think I was like someone who had a small bladder, I always pee in the night, that was like my thing. But no, turns out my blood sugar was just dipping in the night, and that would put me into such a light sleep that my body would be like, okay, we can get up and pee. And so what I do is I eat something before I go to sleep. And so not right before I go to sleep, and it's not something super heavy on my stomach, because I also want to be able to sleep soundly, but something that is going to make sure that my blood sugar stays balanced while I sleep, so I don't dip into that like really light sleep and then wake up and have not as good a sleep as I could. And then that also is going to kick up all my cravings the next day if I don't have a good sleep. And so I eat something really light. There has to be protein in it, there's got to be some fiber in it, and there's got to be some fat in it. Those are the like main three things that have to be present in order for blood sugar to stay balanced and for you to get that like nice, deep, uninterrupted sleep. And so I usually have berries that have fiber in them. Raspberries are great because you eat the seeds, so it's like so much fiber. Greek yogurt, grass-fed Greek yogurt, so much protein. You get more bang for your buck than say just like a regular protein. And then I drizzle a little bit of almond butter on it, or maybe I'll sprinkle some like dusted cashews or something. But making sure that I have fat, protein, and carbs or fiber or something to, moderate my blood sugar as I sleep. And then I sleep through the night. And I'm sure you will too. Again, if you are chronic, like I get up in the night, you might want to go get some other things checked, get some blood work done. But if there's nothing on the blood work, then it might be time to look at your blood sugar. And so this is something that has been so transformational for me. Like cycle syncing was the first step, and I still cycle sync in conjunction with blood sugar balance, but it has completely changed my life. It's changed my periods. They're not super heavy. They're not painful. My skin doesn't break out. My moods are even. I mean, the benefits are endless. And that's just talking about my period. There's weight benefits, there's mind and mental clarity benefits. I mean, it runs the gamut what having balanced blood sugar can do for you. And so September 18th, 2021, I know this is probably going to age at some point, but September 18th, 2021, I am hosting the Blood Sugar Balance Cooking Class, and it's going to be live on Zoom. There will be a recording. It's going to be great. I'm going to teach you recipes that help you balance your blood sugar that you can carry through breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm going to share with you more blood sugar balancing hacks so that you can know that if you have 3 cookies, what you can do right this minute to help your blood sugar get back in balance and prevent a spike. And then also just ingredient swaps and kitchen things that can help you create a blood sugar balancing space, so that no matter what you're making, no matter what you do, that you are able to, keep your blood sugar in check, because the secret to longevity is preventing glucose spikes. The secret to a happy period is preventing glucose spikes. If you're dealing with fertility issues, period issues, and they can't figure out why, look at your blood sugar and your glucose spikes, because that could be implicated in it as well. So I just want to remind you, I'm no doctor. I'm just a woman who had her own problems and implemented all of these strategies and tips to help me get myself back to vitality and health. And I would like to do that for you as well. So I would love to have you in the class. I posted the link to register below in the comment section, and I would love to see you on September 18th. And if you have any questions, comment. I would love to answer them. And I'll see you next time.